स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतार वरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। रामकृष्णाय ते नमः।
Last Sunday, we had just commenced the 8th chapter of the Gita. Some of the early verses were recited and translated. In the meantime, there was some trouble in the amplifier. Probably the last few minutes, many people did not hear. But we begin with those verses and then continue further. The 8th chapter begins with Krishna answering questions asked by Arjuna. Many of these terms are technically used in our Vedantic tradition. Adhyatma, Adhideva, Adhibhuta, these are all certain technical terms. So based on that, Arjuna is asking the question. And the question also was prompted by Krishna's reference to this very idea in the last verse of the 7th chapter. And so we begin this question. What is Brahma? Kim Tad Brahma? What is that Brahman? To use the word Brahman, what is that? That is the first. Kim Adhyatman? What is the inner self? Adhyatman, Adhi-atma. Kim Karma? What is work? Karma. Purushottama. Adhibhutam. What is Adhibhutam? Bhuta stands for this element, nature outside. That is, what is this Adhibhutam? Adhidevam kimuchyate. What is Adhidevam? Those divinities in nature, as our people saw. What is this Adhidevam? Then, Adhiyajna Katham Gotra. What is Adhiyajna? Yajna is sacrifice, that which presides over sacrifice. Desmin Madhusudana, within this body, who is the Adhiyajna? Prayana Kalecha Katham Neyosi Niyatatmati. And finally, how do people with discipline of the inner life face death? Prayana Kale. How to remember the divine at the time of death? This is the question of Arjuna in 2 verses. Krishna begins the answer. Sri Bhagavan Vacha. First, what is Brahman? Aksharam Brahma Paramam. The supremely imperishable reality. That is Brahman. There is this perishable universe. There is also the imperishable behind the perishable. So that is Brahman. Akshara. This is expounded in a beautiful passage in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Yajnavalkya expounding this subject in a conference. Vedadaksharam Gargi, addressing Gargi, the woman philosopher, Yajnavalkya says, this is the great imperishable reality. Edad Aksharam Gargi. So Aksharam also means letter. A, B, C, D. That's also Akshara. But the real meaning is without Kara. Kara means destructibility. This is indestructible, the infinite one. That is the ultimate reality, Brahman. Aksharam Brahma Paramam. That supreme Akshara is Brahman. Then Subhavo Adhyatma Uchyate. That Brahman existing in you and me, that's called Subhava. That very Brahman is existing in you as a self, in me as a self. That's called Swabhava. Catch this little self. Try to understand its true source. You will read the Brahman. So Swabhavo Adhyatma Uchyate. Bhodabhavo Udbhavakaro Visarga Karma Tapnitaha. Karma is action, a primordial original process by which this vast universe comes into manifestation. Bhodabhava Udbhavakaro. From the one, the many coming out. That whole process is known as karma. In English, philosophically, they use the word process. The world is a process. That means continuous movement is going on. That's called a process. So karma in the sense of process. Process and reality. Reality is the imperishable one. In process, it becomes the manifested universe, all the various galaxies, and later on the planets. Then nature, human beings, all come into being. That projection of all this, that is called karma. Bhota bhava udbhavakaro visarga karma sabjiraha. Then adhibhutam ksharo bhava. Adhibhutam, these various elements, they represent the ksharo bhava, the perishable aspect of reality. Every one of them is perishable. Therefore, they are called adhibhuta, which physics studies, chemistry studies, or positivistic science studies. This adhibhuta, the environment in which you and I live, including our body. Body also is an environment from the point of view of the Atman, as you will see when he deals with the subject of death. Adhibhutam ksharo bhava. Purushasya adhidaivatam. The various divinities. That is also the same Purusha, the same absolutely divine reality functioning as various divinities in nature. Purushasya adhidaivatam. Adhiyajno ahamevatra dehe pratamvara. So best among those who have a human body, Krishna is telling Arjuna that language, I am that being that exists in this body. That is the yajna, adhiyajna. It is myself. As the divine, he is the ultimate performer of yajna. You and I do. Behind us, there is the divine. So that's why the Taittiriya Samhita, Vishnu is called yajna. Yajno vai Vishnu. Vishnu vai yajna. Vishnu and yajna are the same. So in the Vishnu Sahasranama, from the names of Vishnu is yajna. So, ahameva adhiyajno. I am the adhiyajna. Asmin dehe pratamvara. In this body. These are the various items asked for by Arjuna. Then comes at the time of death, how do people with self-discipline fix their minds on you and achieve spiritual liberation? The answer is given here in verse 5. Antakale cha mameva maran muktva kalebaram yaprayati samadbhagam yadi nani nasyata sanchaya. Whoever at the time of death, antakale, at the last moment, that's called antakala. Mameva Smaran, thinking of me alone, Muktva Kalebaram, he casts away his body. The nature of death in India means the soul casting away the body. I am the soul, I am the self, I am not the body. I am in the body. It is my instrument. So death in India means the soul casting away his body. Very often a useless body, troublesome body, useless for the purpose of life. Therefore it is time to drop it away. That is the nature of death. So antakaleja mameva smaran. At that moment, that person is thinking of me, Sri Krishna or Vishnu, smaran muktva kalebaram. Then he forsakes his body. Then what happens? He who does like this, who dies like this, yaprayati, samadbhavam yati, he attains to my deal. Whatever we think at the last moment of life, that has a tremendous determining power for future. So in this case, he thought of me at the last moment, he will certainly come unto me. Yati nasti atra sanshaya. There is no doubt on this question. This is a belief in every religion. The Christian, the Hindu, the Buddhist, all treat the moment of death as a very creative moment. All our future is based on that. We may not know clearly what that future is, but this much we know, that if we keep our mind fixed on the highest, the divine, that future is going to be bright. That's the belief. That's why at the time of death, people think of God, recite mantras, or do bhajans, all these things we do, so that the man passes away with a tremendous impression of the divine within. Often the question arises, how that last moment alone determines the future. But we must know the capacity to lift the mind to the divine at the last moment comes only from long experience throughout life. We train the mind. Otherwise we are not interested in that subject at all. So that training makes us fit to fix the mind on the divine at the last moment. Sri Ramakrishna also said, as an illustration, an elephant, when it is given a bath, as soon as it goes out, it puts dust on its own body. That's the nature of the elephant. Similarly, we take the name of God, we become clean, and immediately after start doing evil things. So that is the nature of the human being also. But he said, you bathe the elephant, put him in the shed, then he won't get dusted and unclean again. At the time of death, that is what happens. We are no more there to commit this. This body is not there to commit any evil. We are just clean and pure. And at that moment, we have rejected this body and we achieve the highest. That is the belief in every religion. So the time of death is very, very important. We are not afraid, if our philosophy is properly understood, we are not afraid to face death in the face, because we know really the self has no death, and the divine is there. Akshara, imperishable, Brahman is there. We are a spark of the divine. Because of this, that great practice arose in India from the Vedic time of burning the body as soon as the man is dead. That body has nothing more to do. The sooner it is reduced to its own chemical elements, the better. Nowhere you will find this philosophical background of cremation or burial. There is a philosophical background. Body has done its work. It is a chemical laboratory brought together for some life purpose. It is no more useful. We disband it. We just break it up. Nothing is left. Everything goes back to the elements through the touch of fire. Fire can reduce all aspects of the body back to their original elements. That is the concept of death in Indian thought. In fact, this is a tremendous development of thought itself, as we often think of man's philosophy usually studying only life and its various forms. But very few philosophies study the nature of death. And you can't become perfect unless you know both. You must know life, you must know death. That philosophy alone has depth, which has probed into the nature of death. In India, from the Rigvedic times, we diverted our attention to the study of death also, not only of life, and we declared the ultimate reality as that life whose shadow is life and death. Yasya chaya amritam yasya mrityuhu. That's a beautiful expression in the Rig Veda, whose shadow, chaya, is death and immortality. That is Brahman. The same Brahman has appeared in the form of life, in the form of death. That's why the word Kala means time. Kala is time, Kala also is death. And Kala, the whole universe, is under the control of Kala. Everything in this world of manifestation, that Kala is an expression of the divine itself. So when we had this understanding, fear of death became less. Normal fear we all have, but that obsessive fear is not there. That is the weakness of Greek thought. Several writers on Greek culture have mentioned this. Lowell Dickinson, in his Greek view of life, refers to this. The Greeks loved life, loved action, loved energy, everything they loved, but they could not reconcile with old age and death, and they were simply squeezed out of life by a force which they did not know. They remained unreconciled forever. That is the limitation of Greek thought. That's why they couldn't appreciate Socrates, who understood the nature of death, that he is immortal truly. The body alone dies, not the self. That understanding came to Socrates. But the Greeks never understood Socrates. They tried him, charged him with misleading the youth of Athens and made him drink poison, and that noblest man died at the hands of his own countrymen. There you can see the classical Greek culture could not understand the nature of death, could not understand that dimension of Socrates, who realized that essentially he is immortal. And he showed it at the time of drinking the poison. With absolutely calm mind, serene mind, he drank the poison. He consoled the people around him, all the young people. One of them put him a question, just when he was drinking the poison. That was Crito, an older person. In Plato's dialogue, you get this picture. Crito asking Socrates, Socrates, how shall we bury you? Socrates smiled. The man who is going to die, he has got a gentle smile and says, you must catch me, the real me, before you ask this question. That is the first sentence. Second sentence is, be of good cheer, Crito. You refer to the body. As to the body, do with it what you do with other people. That same idea which you find here, that when you face death, death is only of the body. We reject the body. That means we, the self, reject the body which has been with us as a temporary instrument of our life. So that is a full understanding in Indian culture. In Greek culture and modern Western culture, this subject of death is very little understood. But that is being corrected now. The spread of Vedantic ideas, people are realizing more and more. Though in Christian religion there is the thought of the soul, but it has not been philosophically presented. Though when people die, they like to have religious ceremonies so that their mind may be in a higher level. That's all beautifully done. But the philosophical background of this whole process is found only in this country, in this Vedantic tradition. And so the sloka says here, Antakale cha mameva naran muktva kalebaram yaprayadi. He who passes out of life by constantly thinking of me at the last moment, he will certainly reach me. Na yati nastyata samshaya. There is no doubt on this question. I have heard of many people dying in such calmness of mind, without any fear, because of their devotion to the divine. Even in recent times, we had many examples. One patient was lying on bed for 3 months in the hospital, Calcutta hospital. He couldn't get up, so weak. Doctors couldn't diagnose his disease. But he was very weak, he couldn't eat anything, he was just lying down. All on a sudden, at night about 3 o'clock, he managed to sit up on the bed. How he managed, very difficult to say, even the nurses couldn't understand. He managed to sit up on the bed. And then, looking left and right, are you awake, any of you? In Bengali, he said, I'm going, he said. Then he looked, Mother, you have come. I am coming. Fell down and died. It impressed all the nurses who were still awake and working there. What a beautiful way of dying. Such deaths are plenty. I have heard many such cases. So there is such a thing as living the life. That's beautiful. We are not going to run after death all the time. We are running after life. But death also is a fact of life. You must reconcile with it. You must understand it. Don't be frightened with it. That is a great idea. The heroic attitude to life will accept both life and death. In Vivekananda literature, you find this idea that he who can hug the bosom of death, to him the Divine Mother comes. If you only take life and not death, you see only half of reality. The full reality needs life and death. Those people who have understood the nature of death and the courage to face death they alone can become great. Those who run after only life, their life will be half well lived, the other half absolutely untouched by this world. Here is the statement, therefore, living a life of activity, working hard, like the Greeks, and yet understanding really there is no death for myself. It is the body that dies. So the time has come. I am going to face it. Death, you have come, I am here to greet you as a friend. That kind of attitude and fearlessness is what comes out of a spiritual understanding of the nature of life and death. In the Isha Upanishad, the last 4 slokas refer to the death of a sage who has lived a good life, now he is facing death. His words are uttered there in that section. Let me realize that supreme reality behind the sun, behind the universe. I have lived my life, now death has come. Let this body be dissolved into its components through the agency of fire. O mind, think of the good deeds you have done. So saying this, he quietly passes away. So from very ancient times, this tackling the problem of death has been with us. And we have got so many stories also in this connection. Time, we have also made into a person. Kala means the one who takes away life at the time of death is called Kala. Kala actually means time, but it has been mythified into a particular person who comes to everyone. Nobody is left out at all. So take account of Kala. Kala is reality. The sun, the moon, the stars, all of them subject to Kala. Kala rules everything. And in the 11th chapter, when Krishna shows his universal form, he himself will declare, Kalosmi, I am Kala, Logaksharit Prabuddho. And to here destroy this world. Every moment it is running to destruction. It is going on all the time. Only we don't understand it. We don't look at it. We are afraid of it. We avoid it. That is how we have been doing. That makes for weakness. Why don't you face facts as they are? Death is a fact. Why not face it? That makes for heroism. A nation afraid of death can never be heroes. Who can face death alone can become heroes. You can see in the West, though they never understood this higher dimension of death, but they had fearlessness with respect to death. They were prepared to die for the glory of their people, of their nation. Therefore they built up great empires and became powerful. We had lost that grit in our society. So afraid of death. Even to mention the word death is not allowed in our society, in our families, etc. That is why we became smaller and smaller and smaller. When I was a boy, I remember, whenever I refer to the word death, my people used to shut up, don't say anything about it. We are closing the eyes to reality. That is not the way to become great. Face the truth, face the fact. There is a brute back in front of you. Therefore, this Vedanta includes not only life but also death. That's why it has a completeness. It has comprehended reality in its fullness. Otherwise, it becomes one-sided. The weakness of Greek culture was that one-sidedness. We understood death, and the result is we began to run after it in various ways, neglecting all the life that is in front. That also we did. And the result is we became politically weak, socially weak, economically weak. So we shall have to emphasize both life and death. Greek culture, Indian culture must blend together to create a total culture, a human culture, under a comprehensive philosophy and spirituality. That is the work that Swami Vivekananda did in the modern age. A wonderful harmony of East and West in himself. And so, these are beautiful ideas which refer to very many aspects of human life and destiny, refer to various aspects of human culture. Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yaprayati sa madbhavam, he attains to my bhava. There is no doubt on this question, Krishna says here. Similarly, others may think of other divine aspects. After all, that Brahman is one, but he can assume any number of forms to satisfy the craving of the devotees. So Krishna doesn't stop saying, those who think of me, they achieve me. You may think of any divine reality, you will achieve that reality. That is why in Sanskrit they say, Sadhakanam Chitarthaya Brahmano Rupa Kalpana. Brahman has no rupa or form. But in order to serve the need of the devotees, that Brahman assumes many forms. Any number of forms are there. So in verse 6, that subject comes up. Yam yam vapi smarandeham smaran bhavam jajastante kalevaram tam tameveda kaunteya sada tadbhava bhavita. Whatever may be the divine form that a devotee meditates upon at the time of death, he attains that particular form. So in any religion, Wherever there is this kind of lifting of the mind to the higher level and concentrating on some divine truth, same result occurs. It is a general statement. Yam yam vati smaran bhavam. Tejachyante kalevaram. Those who forsake the body at the time of death by thinking whatever the divinity in front, he achieves that very divinity. Tamtameveda kaunteya. Why? Sada tadbhava bhavita. Constantly thinking of that particular bhava, the mind becomes impressed by it, and therefore, in the next life, he achieves that divine unity. This is the faith of all devotees in every religion. Therefore, if that is true, in order to prepare our mind to be able to orient it at the time of death in that direction, we have to practice it quite early enough. A wise person will not depend upon a chance remembrance of the divine. He will try to remember him in life so that he will remember him at the time of death. So therefore Krishna says, Tasmat, therefore, Sarveshu Kaleshu, at all times, Mam Anasmara, think of me, continuously think of me, and the self behind your own little self, and the infinite one, and that Akshara Purusha, that imperishable reality hidden within you. So Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu, Mam Anusmara, Yudhyaja, carry on the battle of life. These two will go together. Thinking the divine, carrying on the battle of life. You are active in life, you have plenty of work to do. That cannot be an excuse for not remembering the divine. Remember, he is within you. He is the self of yourself. He is the inner self of all beings. That consciousness must be there a little bit in every one. Along with hard work going on in this world, struggle, endeavor, that wonderful battle of life, Yudhyacha. So this is a very important exhortation in the Gita. Mam Anusmara Yudhyacha. Meditate upon me and carry on the battle of life. That's the language. Anusmara, continuous memory is called Anusmarana. Marana is remembering. Anusmarana, continuous remembering. Like oil poured from one vessel to the other, flows in a continuous stream. That is the example given by our teachers to have understanding of this Anusmarana. Mind flows towards the divine continuously. A portion of the mind is always devoted to this consciousness. Sri Ramakrishna gave the example of a person suffering from toothache. He is busy with his day-to-day work, but a part of the mind is always on that ailing tooth. Similarly, Mam Anusmara Yudhyacha, meditate upon me, carry on the battle of life. They are not opposed to each other. They can be carried on together. That is a special message of the Gita. That's why it is a message for all people. We are all working people. In the midst of work, can we realize the divine? Yes, you can. The divine is your own nature. He is your own birthright. Everybody can realize him. That is how the Supreme is presented in the Gita. Mayyarpita manobuddhi, maye eshasi asamchaya. Those whose mind is fixed on me, whose buddhi is fixed on me, mayyarpita manobuddhi, manas and buddhi have been fixed on me, mayyarpita. Say, mayeva eshasi. They reach me only. No samshayaha. There is no doubt on this question. According to your thought shall be your life. Thought very much modifies life, influences life. That's a great truth. And in this case, it is perfectly true. Thinking of the divine, we become divine. As Sri Ramakrishna said, a man who thinks he is always a sinner, he will become a sinner. Man who thinks is a child of the divine, he will become divine. Mind plays a great part in building up our life one way or the other. You go on suggesting to yourself, I am sick, one day you will fall sick. Because you are suggesting to yourself, mind has great power to shape our destiny. Therefore, never think of negative thoughts, positive thoughts. And the greatest positive thought is the divine hidden in the heart of all, the imperishable in the midst of the perishable. That is where the mind must rest as a language. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmara yudhyata mayyarpita manobuddhi mamedesya syapantayaha. Therefore, how do we do so? Abhyasa yoga yuktena Chedasa Nanyagamina Paramam Purusham Divyam Yati Partha Anuchintayanna. This is the way to achieve that highest reality. Abhyasa Yoga Yuktena. Through Abhyasa Yoga, yoga of constant practice, with that Abhyasa Yoga, Chedasa, such a mind, Nanyagamina, it doesn't go elsewhere. The mind is always in that one single truth, Nanyagamina. Paramam Purusham Divyam Yati. He achieves the Supreme Purusha, the Divine. How? Anuchintayanna, by constantly thinking of that reality. We begin in a small way, but by habit and practice, we make it a pervasive life endeavor. Mind is always connected with the divine, the portion of the mind. That is how Ramakrishna said, we have two hands. With one hand, do the work of the world. With the other hand, hold the feet of God. When the work is over, with both hands, hold the feet of God. The language we use that way. So, Abhyasa Yoga Yuktena Chetasa Nanyagamina. It doesn't go elsewhere. Only, the mind goes only to the divine, to Abhyasa Yoga. Paramam Purusham Divyam Yati. Anuchintayan. By that constant thinking and meditation, the mind reaches that supremely divine Purusha. Then, a beautiful description of the divine is given in the next two verses, 9 and 10. Sarvasya says, Kavim Puranam Anushasitaram Anoramiyam Anusmaredyaha Sarvasya Dhataram Ajintya Rupam Aditya Varnam Tamasaptarastat Prayanakale Manasachalena Bhaktya Yukto Yoga Balena Cheva Bhruvor Madhye Pranamadesha Samyak Patanparam Purushamupaiti Divyam. Very beautiful verses meant for even prayer. Very often people use it. The first word, the divine is described as Kavi. Kavi means a poet. Actually it means Krantadarshi, who can see far and deep. Omniscient it means. Original meaning. Why Brahman is omniscient? Because Brahman is the all. Therefore he is omniscient. See the language. If I am not the all, how can I know the all? Because I am the all, I am omniscient. That's the nature of God. Take for example, the sun in the solar system. We can say the sun is omniscient with respect to the entire solar system. His radiation penetrates everywhere, finding out what is what. Nothing is hidden from the sun. Similarly, the Brahman, which is the light of our life, the light of pure consciousness, it is the all. It is in everything. Naturally, it knows everything. So, omniscience is possible only because you are that one. That's the idea. Exactly as we speak about the sun, even in the most remote corner of a rocky cave. Sun's penetration is there. He knows what is going on there. If you credit sun with consciousness, you can say sun knows everything. Sun is everything, therefore he knows everything. Similarly, Brahman is everything, Brahman knows everything. Word Kavi, therefore, is a very beautiful word applied to the divine. In the Isha Upanishad also, this word comes dealing with the ultimate reality. Kavi is also Kavi. The poet and poetry in our day-to-day life is also great because of that. It can penetrate much more than an average mind. Kavi can go deeper. Therefore, he is called poet. He is called a Kavi, Krantadarshi. Men like Shelley and others will say, poets are the unacknowledged legislators of the world. They can see things, they present things beautifully, and they attract us. Even today, how much poetry attracts the human mind in every language. Sanskrit is full of such beautiful poetry. Upanishad itself is full of such poetry. Take, for example, this verse in the Katha Upanishad, declaring Brahman as the light of all light. Jyotisham Jyoti. Here is the light of the electric light, giving us light here, behind which we have got the solar energy. Then also other stars are there. These are all light. But there is a light that lights up all this universe, the light of all light. That is how Brahman is described in that verse. Natatra suryo bhati, nachandratarakam, nema vidyuto bhanti, kutoyam asmihi, tameva bhantam, anubhati sarvam, tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. In that infinite Atman, the sun does not illumine, nor the moon, nor the stars, nor the light in our own household. That light shines, and behind it, these lights shine. Through the help of that light, the whole world is lighted. It is the light of our lights. What a poetic expression of a profound truth. Tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. By that light, by his light, the whole world is lighted. Sun and moon gets only light from him. He is the light of all light. Now this is how poetry gives us not only knowledge of facts, but also knowledge of meaning and value. It makes us penetrate into the heart of things, not merely see the surface. Because of that, God's Kavitva is found expressed a little in the Kavis in our mundane world. So poetry in every language is highly commended. In fact, early literature in all languages were all poetry. Prose came much later. Even in prose, what appeals to you is the poetic element in prose. A beautiful prose is poetic, truly speaking. The only literature which is entirely prosaic is what we call the court registration material. The prosaic, most prosaic literature, you find it. But in every other type of prose, if there is anything attractive, there is a poetic element there. So Kavim, the first word. Then Puranam, the most ancient. The most ancient is the divine. That's right. Everything else came later. Puranam. Shankara also gives a meaning to the word Purana as Pura api, Nama eveti Purana. Though ancient is always fresh, always new. There's another meaning. Purana. Just India, for example, an ancient culture. But every time it is new. Ancient and yet not old, but new. What a beautiful idea. As Dr. Virendranath Peale of Calcutta, fellow student of Swami Vivekananda, he described India as ever aging but never old. That is India. That's called Purana. So Kavim Puranam. Anushasitaram, the ruler of the whole universe. Through his law, the whole world is regulated. Planets go on circling round, so also the galactic nebulae, everything. The law of nature is coming from that reality behind nature. Anushasitaram. Kavim Puranam Anushasitaram. Anoraniyan. Smaller than an atom. Is it that? Smaller than an atom. Subtle and subtlest among all subtle things. Anoraniyan. Samanusmaredyaha. He who meditates upon this truth, Sarvasya Dhataram, the base of everything in the world, that which holds everything in the world is this reality. Sarvasya Dhataram. As Ramakrishna said, it is the one that gives value to zero. Put any number of zeros, but without the one, there is no value. That one gives value. Who is that one? One gives value to many. Take the one away, many is nothing but zero. So that is why Sarvasya Dhataram, Achintya Rupam, unthinkable. You cannot bring it to the purview of thought. Beyond thinking is the reality, because it is pure being. Achintya Rupam, Aditya Varnam, luminous like the sun, glorious and luminous like the sun. Tamasas Parasta, beyond all darkness and delusion. Such a reality, Prayanakale, at the time of Prayana, at the time of death, Manasa, Achalena, unshakable mind. We fix it on this reality at the time of death. Prayanakale, Manasa Achalena, Bhaktya Yukto, endowed with devotion, Bhakti, Yoga Vedena Chaiva, the strength of yoga also, support a steady mind, supporting your devotion. Bhruva Bhakti, Prana Avesha Samyak, all the bio-energy inside has been concentrated between the eyebrows there. What happens in Satam, Param Purusham Upaiti, Sat Vidyam. He realizes that divine, supreme person. Param Purusham Vidyam Upaiti. This is a two-word statement on this subject. The nature of reality has been expounded as clearly as possible in the Vedanta. Brahman, from whom the universe has come, in whom the universe exists, and to whom the universe returns in the end. From the one, the many came. The many exist in the one even now, and many return back to the one in the end. That one is of the nature of pure consciousness, infinite and non-dual. That is how the Taittiriya Upanishad very rationally presents that ultimate reality, Brahman. The word doesn't mean anything, but some word has to be used. Therefore the word Brahman, and the word Brahman has a meaning of infinite expansion, something big. Brihatvat Brahma, something big. So the best word they found is the word Brahman. And there is a spark of it in all of us. We call it Atman, myself, the word self. And the finger points towards you, that's called the self. And the finger points towards out, called the nature outside. So that is Pratyak, this is Parak. Pratyak means towards your own self. So that is called the Atman. And Vedanta says, Atman and Brahman are the same reality. That one caught up in the body-mind complex is an Atman. Really, it is that infinite Brahman who is giving this knowledge with as much rational presentation as possible, because it is not entirely presentable through reason, but a good deal we can do to make you realize there is such a reality. But the essential thing is realization. I realize Brahman. I realize the Atman. That is the nature of this truth presented by Vedanta. Shruti, Yukti, Anubhava. Shankaracharya says, in dealing with the ultimate reality, we need three sources of strength. One is Shruti, the experiences of earlier stages collected in books called Upanishads, etc. Shruti. Yukti, our own clear reasoning on these various experiences. And finally, your own Anubhava, your own experience to confirm, yes, that is true, I also realize that true. Shruti, Yukti, Anubhava go together in our philosophy and spiritual life. So, Satam Purusham Upayati, Divyam, he achieves that Supreme Purusha, the Divine One, at the time of death, because he has trained his mind on appreciating this truth. The whole life has been lived with a spiritual orientation. Religion can be done as a weekly affair. Spirituality cannot be a weekly affair. It is a constant affair. Your own true nature is constant. But religious acts and rituals you can do occasionally. That's why we say, Sunday, go to church. All the 6 days we are not concerned with it. We also have our own ideas. Go to temple on a particular occasion. All that is religion. But spirituality is different. Your awareness of your own true nature. Behind the body-mind complex, behind the muscles, behind the nervous system, behind the psyche, is that infinite Atman, ever pure, ever free. That is our nature. This has been expressed again in the Vedic, in the Gita, and in the Upanishads, and in Shankara's writings also. Today in Vivekananda literature, you get plenty of this. Therefore, spirituality is a constant experience. Religion can be occasional. Using the word religion in the ethnical sense, a religion in which you were born. That religion may prescribe this and that. You may do or may not do. It is up to you. Still you are a member of that religion. But spirituality is what essentially pertains to you, your own true nature, the real I. That is where this teaching becomes absolutely relevant. Nobody is beyond spirituality. Everybody is spiritual. We saw in India, therefore, man says, I don't believe in a God sitting in the sky, creating the world, I am an atheist. We never condemn him, because he is spiritual. He may not be religious, but he is spiritual. He may not believe in a particular idea of God, but he has high character. He has compassion. He serves the people. He shows the presence of the divine within behind this tiny ego. That is spirituality. Whenever you go one step behind this ego, you realize about yourself. That is spirituality. So a life of service and dedication is spirituality. Therefore, none is beyond the purview of spirituality. We can easily go beyond the purview of religion, but not spiritual. So Vivekananda said in this context, I do not call him a Hindu who is not spiritual. He may not be religious, but he is spiritual. That's the nature of this growth and development, that this genetically centered self of mind, I, so as I, and manifest my larger self, which feels one with you, one with all. That is spiritual growth, the beginning of spiritual life. That is the person who towards the end of his life will be able to experience what is mentioned here, Kavim Puranam, Anushasitaram, all these beautiful ideas in these two verses, 9 and 10. We shall be able to experience when we start our life in a spiritual way. Nothing is neglected. Nothing is rejected. Work, joy, pleasure, comfort, everything remains. But all in the context of this wonderful one. As Ramakrishna again, I quote, zero has value only when there is one behind it. Life becomes meaningful when this one is emphasized, the constant, the ever-present reality Tadasmana Vidamukta Jagat Athas Sampadyate, Shankara says in his commentary, take away the atma from the world becomes a zero. Take away one from your figure, it holds becomes a zero. The string of zeros, that's all. So Tadasmana Vidamukta Jagat Athas Sampadyate. I shall not separate the Atman from the world. That is called spirituality. The one behind the many. In every action, every endeavor, every inter-human relationship, I stress this awareness of the Atman that makes me capable of establishing happy relations with other people because it is the same Atman in every being. Therefore, this is called spirituality. Nothing magical, mystical about it. It is a living experience of the man. It is Anubhava, so the nature of Anubhava. You can experience it day to day. The housewife busy the whole day in the house. She can be deeply spiritual with the awareness of the divine within. We are not thinking of some God sitting in the sky far away. So, this idea here. Freedom of our life in this way, then finally that comes and becomes easily fixed on that infinite reality, Brahman, and we realize our oneness with it when the body is thrown away, cast away is an angle. This body becomes a cast away thing. We are not a body, we have a body. Second, I have already told us that as when the cloth becomes old and torn, we throw it away. We put on a new cloth. That's the nature of the human body with respect to our own true self. So this is the beautiful verse. This is what I told you, often used for prayer, for meditation, these two verses. And so, in the 8th chapter, we are dealing with these subjects. Later on will come cosmology. The age, infinite ages of the universe, which will be a code in modern cosmology. That we shall come to later on. Today, I start at verse number 10 and take up the remaining verses next Sunday onward. We shall spend a few minutes in silence and then disperse.